It got me. I want to play this. So, what kind of music does Celine Dion sing? Does it qualify as pop? I I really just thought about that. I'm not even sure what genre I would put Celine Dion in. Perhaps I guess adult contemporary. I don't fucking know. All I know is Celine be singing. And it is something about Celine Dion's voice that specifically like 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 black women of a certain age, specifically of Caribbean descent, I mean, will fight over Celine Dion. Like you can't say bad things about Celine Dion. Like I dare you to go to Jamaica and try to talk shit about Celine Dion. It will not end well for you. Okay? But Celine Dion was slated to begin her tour very soon, but that has all changed because she announced that she has an incurable disease, an incurable condition. And I want to take a look at the announcement that she made on Twitter. It has gotten millions and millions of views. So let's take a look at what Celine Dion had to say.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to reach out to you. I miss you all so much. And I can't wait to be on stage talking to you in person. As you know, I've always been an open book. And I wasn't ready to say anything before. But I'm ready now. I've been dealing with problems with my health for a long time. And it's been really difficult for me to face these challenges and to talk about everything that I've been going through. Recently, I've been diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome, which affects something like 1 in a million people. While we're still learning about this rare condition, we now know this is what's been causing all of the spasms that I've been having. Unfortunately, these spasms affect every aspect of my daily life, sometimes causing difficulties when I walk and not allowing me to use my vocal cords to sing the way I'm used to.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that, and again, I don't consider myself to be a fan of Celine Dion's. I mean, I don't have anything against her, but I mean, I just don't go up for her. And I respect her as a vocalist. I mean, Celine be singing. There ain't no doubt about that. But her music just doesn't do it for me per se. But when I watched that, I did feel a definite way about it. Okay. I know I don't usually, and I'm not about to now, but I do not usually talk about my disability here in this space. I will talk about it in the disability support chat, and I've talked about it on previous AMAs. Ask Me Anything. But I know what it's like to receive a diagnosis for which there is no cure, and for which that disability and that condition impacts every single thing you do, from walking around your house, from trying to run errands. And when I look at Celine Dion, like I could not help but to really feel my heart go out to her, because I know that. And I know there are people with us tonight who are also dealing with incurable things. Okay. And even though there's seemingly no cure for what Celine has, and seemingly very little treatments and therapies available so that she can resume doing what it is that she does. She's a singer, she's a performer, she sings for people, right? She's not able to do that. And I can relate to that. Um, but one of the things I also took away, in addition to feeling tremendous amount of empathy and compassion for Celine, is that Celine is very much at the top of the so-called disabled food chain, right? Um, she's white, right? She's moneyed, she's famous, she's a global celebrity. I'm certain whatever cutting edge treatments that could become available in the future to treat her at present incurable condition, they're going to call her first when those new technologies come up, right? And that to me is usually how we see disability. That usually depends and dictates the ways in which people demonstrate empathy for disabled people. It very much, however you rank on the overall social hierarchy, class hierarchy. If you are disabled, you will that shit ranks out the same way, dog. Um, Rich and white first, followed by I guess not so rich and white, then maybe rich non-white. But without a doubt, poor disabled people get the least amount of usually help, services, and compassion out in the public, right? And I need you guys to know that, again, as a disabled person, it is even for somebody like Celine Dion, like I really take my hat off to her, because to come forward about your medical problem, again, about some shit she can't even really do anything about, that takes a lot of gumption. Okay. But again, I know that she would be close to the top in sympathy receiving. And so there's that. I saw a story today. It was more like a Twitter thread, and it's from a visually impaired person that I follow. And maybe I think they identify as non binary now. They were assigned female at birth, and have now transitioned to, I think, male. I'm not sure what their pronouns are. They might be they or him. But they're on Twitter, and you can follow them at Catch These Words. And I've been following this person for a while, because this person was born blind in the United Kingdom. You want to talk about a bad motherfucker? Born blind in the UK, went to school at the University of Colorado, completed some sort of, step of their education there, and is now returned back to the UK to pursue their PhD. But one story I read from them on Twitter a while back ago, while they were still identifying as she, they talked about an experience on an airplane. And it really stuck with me because what they said was, and I think, let me not try to armchair fucking psychoanalyze this person, but anyway, long story short, this is a person who's been blind their whole life. Okay, blind people know how the fuck to get around. If you see a blind person out and about with either their guide dog or their cane, kindly leave them the fuck alone unless they ask for some fucking help. You'd be really surprised at how audacious and entitled people can be, particularly with those who are visually impaired, under the auspices or under the guises of help. It's like, but they will come up to disabled people or visually blind people and just grab them. You need some help, trying to yank them, pull them. Ridiculous. And out of, I think, the people who are usually showing up visibly disabled, I really think the blind folks and low vision folks really get it the worst out and about in public, because people, again, feel very entitled to their space and to their body, and really try to overdo it. So long story short, in this thread, this blind person talked about, it was a case where they were deplaning, but instead of going through, the bridge, right, connecting the plane to the gate, it was the case in which the stairs went all the way down and they had to actually walk on the tarmac. And again, this person is born blind. They are cane trained. They are used to going out and about in public, completely independent. And they said that as they were attempting to go down the stairs, okay, totally fine, unaided, a a flight staff person got in front of them, pushed them, like grabbed them, like literally grabbed them by their breast and pushed them back, right? And the anger that this person communicated, the humiliation that this person communicated, just really left and really left something with me, right? So people who are out here and you can look at them and tell that they are disabled when you see them out and about doing their minding their business, doing their fucking thing. I need you guys to understand that these are the bravest people on earth, okay? And don't bother them unless they ask for help. And damn sure do not don't bother them. That's all I can say. But wait, but I want to talk about the ways in which ableism can turn deadly out here and can turn fatal. There was a story, and I saw this on social media, and then I saw it again on NBC Nightly News. And to NBC Nightly News's credit, well, that's the hope, they hit pieces of this story that I did not quite see on the internet. So let's go out to California. This just happened this week. Or fuck, or did the tape just come out this week? I think this actually did just happen this week. So what we're going to see is a story of a California fast food worker. Yep, I have that clip, Will, who was trying to stop a bullying incident. Okay, they were at work. A person in the lobby was harassing and or bullying a relative of another staff member who was there waiting for the staff member to get off work, but this person was either mentally challenged or had some sort of visible disability happening. And I want you guys to hear what happened when this very brave woman, young girl, tried to step in and stop this bullying incident. And let me give a content warning. Well, everybody live. Let me just lead with that because I know that don't necessarily have to be the case on this show, right? But everybody survived the incident. But content warning for gender based violence, for ableism, and for violence that resulted in a disability. So let's check out this package from NBC News.
He punched me once, and then my headset and my glasses went flying off my face.
Bianca Palomera describing to us tonight what happened last Saturday when she says she stepped in to defend a person with special needs sitting in this Habit Burger Grill restaurant in Antioch.
He's throwing threats, saying slurs, just saying that he's gonna beat him up. Why does he keep looking his way? And that's when I step in and I say, it's not right what you're doing.
The suspects then got in her face, hitting her. She fought back and was hit several more times. Doctors telling Bianca she will lose her right eye.
I don't really know what to think. I think I'm still processing it.
We reached out to the franchise about the incident. They released this statement saying, the Habit Burger Grill prioritizes the safety of our team members and customers in our restaurants, and we condemn violence in any form. We extend our full support to our team member as they recover, and we are fully assisting the authorities in their efforts to identify the suspected attackers. Bianca's family set up this GoFundMe page to help with medical expenses, and they're releasing this video to get the community involved in hopes of tracking down the person who changed her life forever.
You go through not knowing how to help her, going through the acceptance, the grievance. I think we're at the rage. We're outraged because we're not getting help from the local police.
This is probably the last thing that I would have expected out of anything, but I don't fully regret, helping, stepping in. It could have been worse for my coworker's brother.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today.
Oh no, get that nigga over here. Y'all, did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear? I'm talking about we gonna get to the rest of it. Did you hear her at the end? This lady is going to lose her eye, and she said she would do it again because it would have been worse for the disabled person. And this is a person who themselves are now disabled. I thought that they had made an arrest in this. They did. Yep, they did. Okay, hold on. Let me give y'all this update. I hope this is the right thing. Hey, Seuss, because no, that ain't no, sure ain't that ain't the right thing. You'd be surprised at how many people get attacked in fast food restaurants. Just go ahead and try to type in a Google search. I typed in man arrested after attacking fast food worker, and a million things popped up. Nothing oh, yep, is this it? Yep. I apologize for not having the latest update for you guys. But I am very certain that an arrest has been made. Hold on. This is from ABC 7 in the Bay Area. Oh, hey, so it's Antioch. Stop it. Shh. US Marshals have made an arrest attack of a fast food worker that happened last month in Antioch. Did you just hit me with a pop-up? You sons of bitches. I'm telling you, like trying to readily look something up on the internet doing a live news program does not pay, because capitalism is determined to avert your attention to the shiny advertisement. 19-year-old Erica Palmer is an assistant manager who was punched in the face. Okay, this appears to be the correct incident. She lost her eye due to the blow that she took. Come on, I need the person. I need the person's name. ABC 7, because I would like to know who it is. Okay, I thought we made an arrest. How come we didn't leave with the arrest? Once they made a positive ID, they moved in to arrest him. He was outside the Antioch Police Department. Why was he outside the police department? My apologies, you guys. Give me 1 second. An employee of Antioch's Habit Burger. Okay, this is weird. I wonder why they said they made an arrest and not lead with the arrest. Very strange. Well, the headline says they made an arrest. Adios mío. Lo siento, miente. Lo siento. Well, fuck it. I can't find this right now. But you guys get the point. An arrest is made. An arrest hasn't been fucking made. That lady ain't gonna get her eye back. And here's the problem. Whoever the fuck punched this woman, obviously, number one, felt totally emboldened to punch a woman, close fist in the face, right? Obviously, also felt very emboldened to be an ableist fucking asshole piece of shit in order to bully, harass, and berate a person who had obvious special needs. Like, you guys, this is what I'm saying. All of these things usually go hand in hand. If a person is a misogynist, and by person I mean man, if a man is a misogynist, the chances are he's an ableist. I know this is not necessarily gender specific, but it's la violencia, the violence and the damage is usually perpetrated by certain folks. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway. So the misogyny, the ableism, the racism, usually all those things go hand in hand and hand in hand. And at their younger ages, either as young people, young men and women, young boys and girls or whatever, if they demonstrate these behaviors, nobody is fucking them up sufficiently. And I know, yeah, and I know there's lots of people that disagree with me on this and say, Kim, violence is not the answer. I'm not always convinced that nonviolence is the answer, though, guys, because people who are violent, they don't understand, or they don't respect words. They respect strength. Okay, and sometimes the bully needs they fucking ass whipped for them to get the goddamn point. Okay, you could send the bully to counseling. You could ask the bully how they feeling, whatever. Some of this shit is in them, or it's the way that they were socialized and the way that they were raised. I don't know. But I know sometimes especially like I'm thinking of like schoolyard settings, and I've been in these situations in my school aged days. Somebody was picking on me. You just throw that punch him one good time in the mouth, and guess who never has problems for the rest of the school year? You understand? So usually bullies are fucking cowards. Bullies are soft as scrotum skin. And if you whoop a bully's ass one time, I bet you it will make an improvement in their behavior. And the thing is, so many of these little monsters are being allowed to fester. They're being overly coddled, and they're not being handled properly. I can only imagine, like, I'm just trying to think of what kind of fucking piece of shit asshole, who in the fuck picks on somebody with special needs in the lobby of the Habit Burger. And I can't thank Bianca enough for stepping up and stepping in when she did it. I'm so sorry, of all things, to lose an eye. And my God, has 2022 been a terrible year for eyes? Dog, there's been so many people losing their eyes either through police violence or incidents like this. Just a madness. But I'm so appreciative that she had the courage to do what she did, to stand up for somebody more vulnerable than she, more susceptible to being bullied than she, and she sacrificed for it. And I can understand why people, because of what actually exactly what happened to Bianca, I could totally understand why a lot of people maybe would not intervene in any sort of scenario where they see somebody either being harassed or bullied or even abused. Because the harassers, the bulliers, and the abusers are pieces of fucking shit. They might be fucking, loco. And I don't mean like mentally ill loco. I'm just talking about like a hyper machismo, ready to fight, ready to shoot, ready to stab, or whatever. But there has to be some sort of balance here, y'all. Like the monsters cannot be left fucking unabated to just be out here picking on the most vulnerable among us. And we've already concluded that the police do not keep us safe, right? I think we've arrived at that conclusion. So what's the middle? What's the solution? Self-defense? Sure. It's not smart to be carrying your gun everywhere, though. Okay? You can't carry your gun everywhere. Other weaponry? Sure. But chances are the harasser, bullier, abuser, chances are carrying a weapon too. So I think we just have to find, I'm telling you, we have to find a group of volunteer men. Volunteer. It has to be men and bitches that can whip ass, right? Preferably the big bone broads, them broads, 5'9" and above, 180. You know what I'm saying? Them thick bone gals. You know what I'm saying? Woo shit. You know, we need a squad. We need a team. We need a unit, okay? That can just be dispatched when abusers have been detected and fuck him up. And explain to them, wow, they're getting fucked up. Why they're getting fucked up, right? Whoop that ass. Oh, you want to abuse? You want to pick on people at Habit Burger, nigga? Is that what you want to do? I'm talking about greet them with hands and feet. Hands and feet. Because what's the alternative? you got young girls in here receiving fists to the fucking face for trying to stop harassment. You've got a lot of innocent bystanders in too many events to that I could even possibly name right now. But people do try to intercede, and people who try to play the hero will get fucked up. But usually when this abuse is presenting itself in public for all to see, right? It's not that person's the abusers. It's not the abusers first go around. And we need to start nipping this shit in the bud in instance 1, and preferably we don't even let it get to instance 2, okay? I think abusers need to get that ass whooped after the first time. Maybe there should be a hotline. But no, definitely not 911 though. We got to figure this out. Cuz I feel like there's a way to do it. Like I really do. who was them niggas they used to have in New York? New Yorkers, not the Red Berets. Who they have? The Angels. Well, the thing that your uncles used to do. What was that shit? What's that?
Chill. You gotta chill on me. You gotta chill on all of the young lords. You gotta chill.
Oh
You gotta.
no,
I
what
don't know.
was it?
I don't know. I don't know.
The niggas used to wear the red varsity jackets. What was the niggas called?
Now I gotta look it up. I'm ignorant. I gotta look it up
That's
now.
cool. All right, get off the phone, nigga. Get
All
off.
right. All right. All right.
Get off the phone. And I'm not talking about the young lords. I know who the young lords are. The guardian angels. Thank you. Did somebody say it? The niggas with the red varsity jackets. You know what I'm saying? And that came across as a little corny, but I'm saying I saw the vision. I dug it. Right? Can we get something like that? And so that people who are on the receiving end of abuse can dial a number and I maybe some innocents might mistakenly get bad. I don't know. We got to work this out. Let me figure out the protocols and the ins and the outs and the what have yous. Let me get all that together. But something's got to happen, y'all. Shit needs to happen before the fucking police get involved. And I say that with all seriousness. Like I don't think that we can talk about community action without that plan of action, okay? Because we know that there are people that are abusers, and even if they don't kill their victims, the lifetime traumas in which they can inflict upon survivors is something that nobody should have to endure or deal with at all. So anyway, let's work on that. Let's work on that. I like that idea though. I stand in support of my idea. So anyway.